Understanding core elements of the education system in a society, like all other institutionalized structures, is crucial if one wishes to understand the foundations upon which that society is formed and maintained. Its primary function is to help facilitate the transfer of knowledge, skills, and values deemed important, but is also a formative basis for an individual's sense of identity and their place in the wider social whole. The process of being educated takes a considerable amount of time, and as such greatly influential in the production of the social being. However, it is not immune to the inequalities faced within society, with differing class, gender, ethnicity, sexuality, and disability all playing part in the individual's perceived importance of education, their attained level of completion, and their scores on assessments. Studies have dissected the role each of these differing conditions have on both participation and educational achievement, with particular focus on the first three. In Australia, social class has been found to directly correlate with achievement. Based on their socioeconomic status, individuals are more or less likely to complete Year 12, participate in specific tertiary education, and attain new or established institutions. Gender plays a role in which subjects an individual is likely to select during secondary and tertiary education, their performance during assessment, and their representation in specific degrees. Countless theorists have attempted to make sense of the causality and impact of these inequalities, as well as to explain the complexity and social context of education. On this issue, we can group them into four main perspectives, referred to as naturalism, externalism, internalism, and culturalism, related to their preferred emphasis on either biological reasoning, outside influences, classroom interactions and practices, or cultural relations respectively. The nature of naturalism is not particularly sociological, and as such this video will focus only on the three other theoretical perspectives. Externalism is concerned with how outside forces influence educational practices, such as the economical and political spheres. Once specifically aligned with the structural functionalism of Durkheimian thought, it has progressed over time to include critical theory-based reproductive theories, which claim that education helps reproduce inequality between generations through grooming students to enter workforces based on their social background, as well as feminist-based arguments of education serving patriarchal society, where claims are made that education instills a belief system relevant to the gender of the student, specifically promoting a sexual division of labor. Internalism opposes externalism in that it focuses almost entirely on the interactions and practices found inside of the educational institution itself. Building off of Weber's symbolic interactionism, it emphasizes the construction of a student's identity through daily interactions. As such, the main concern with education inequality revolves around the student's perceptions of self-worth and the effects this has on the educational achievements, or how they are viewed by the teacher. Culturalism essentially combines aspects found in both externalism and internalism. It concerns itself with the relationships between the individual and their family background, and the ways in which this presents itself during their educational experience. As such, the main issues it addresses in relation to educational inequality revolve around the socioeconomic status of an individual's family. Two big names who fall under this banner are Pierre Bourdieu and Basil Bernstein. Both of these theorists share the idea that it is the cultural mentality the student brings to their studies that is the causality of social reproduction.